Diplomat Navdeep Suri has served as an ambassador to three countries, the UAE, the Egypt, and Australia. But now he's being asked to prove his citizenship by the officials carrying out the SIR in Amritsar. Why? We ask him. So, welcome to the Tribune Network. What exactly happened with the SIR exercise?
Well, a few weeks back, we had a notice that the block booth level officer is going to be at Satyanand College, which is in our vicinity. And these are the hours at which the BLO will be there, and we should show up with our identification documents and voter ID card to get the SIR done. So I did that as any ordinary citizen without informing anybody, without trying to seek any special privilege. Stood in the queue, got my Aadhaar card and my voter ID verified. The form was filled up. I signed it. I asked, is there anything else that is needed? Because I had gone armed with my passport, my PAN card, my driving license.
Okay.
And they said, no, these two documents are all that's needed and that should be enough.
Okay.
So it's all sorted. So I came back very happily. I said, good, this is far less painful than I thought. And today I got a call from one of the volunteers from our neighborhood who's been encouraging people to go to the booth level officer. He called and said that, look, your name is in the list of those that have a query or which have been rejected for one reason or another.
Okay.
And he sent me on WhatsApp a copy of the notice. But then I said, look, how can this be? I went there with all the documents. The booth level officer was satisfied. And he said, I don't know, but here, I can help you speak with the booth level officer. Now, this was a different officer. The lady who was there previously had moved on.
Okay.
And so I spoke with a gentleman. And he said, look, when we uploaded your papers, they did not match with the 2003 SIR.
Which is what they're doing. They're matching, they're linking the previous.
I guess so.
2003, yeah.
But I said, that's weird because in 2003, I was at the Indian High Commission in London.
Okay.
And I did not participate in that exercise. I came back to India after the elections in 2019.
Okay.
And in 2024, I got my local voter ID done in Amritsar.
Okay.
So if I have a 2024 voter ID, if I have an Aadhaar card with my current proof of address,
Yeah.
then what else is needed?
Okay.
And he said, well, I'm not in a position to say, but when we uploaded, your papers were not accepted.
Okay.
You'll have to come personally to take a copy of the notice, and then you will have to appear in the Adalat of the Assistant Election Commissioner and establish with your documents your credentials.
I'm sorry to cut in, but you shifted your base permanently in Amritsar in 2024.
We moved here in 2023.
Okay.
And in 2024, I updated
your
my address on my Aadhaar card.
Okay.
So that it's all current.
And this notice that got served or which was shared with you, what exactly does this mention?
It mentions that there's a discrepancy between as far as your or your relatives' details are concerned. And so it says that you should appear before the assistant electoral officer on the 28th of August or something.
And does it clearly mention what documents are now required by you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It still leaves me in doubt what documents are required. I did press the BLO on this, and he said, well, it could be your 10th certificate,
Okay.
or it could be your passport. And I said, but when I went, the first time I went with all the documents. So, but that's not really, Neha, that's not my issue.
Yeah.
My issue is I'm privileged. I have access to multiple layers of documentation.
Yes.
I have at least 5 different sets of documents issued by the government of India stating who I am.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
And my heart goes out to those who either do not have the literacy or the documents to establish. It is their right to vote. And so, the for me, the worry really is of how those much less privileged than we are will establish that they have the right to vote. And I think that's where perhaps some of the controversy. I went very enthusiastically for the SIR because I should clarify that SIR should be an essential exercise periodically. It needs to weed out voters who are moved to cities, who are no longer at their residence, who have died, other things have happened. So my argument is not with SIR, but with the mechanics of how this happens and the unnecessary burden that it places on all of us to establish what the government already knows.
Yes. And since Aadhaar is already mentioned as one of the essential documents which would be considered as a required document once you go for SIR, but you did that and yet
I went with updated Aadhaar, but I also went with my last voter ID.
Yes.
So, what I don't understand is how the rationale that you're going back to 2003 in a country with as young a demographics as we have. What does that mean? That do young people who've entered voting age now, will they also be held by the same standard? I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but I'm just voicing sort of concerns based on my experience.
Well, it's a legitimate concern, sir. Thank you so much for your time.